Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. This is Joscha and guess who I'm missing? This is Higuchi.
Hi!
So, good to see you again. We are doing some very nice rebounds in pivots today. We have prepared a nice sequence, always in 3 steps. And if you want to see more of that, check out our channel. We're gonna start right away. And I'm gonna put you there.
Let's go! Let's have a look at what we're going to do today. This is how the end result will look like.
In music. Step number 1. I had to remember what the steps was. So, show you a different angle, and
You remember.
I will tell you proposers what to do. You're on your right, doing a step forward, slightly out, so it's not directly towards her foot, but slightly out, and come to a cross. There you are on your right, and she is in the cross position on the front foot. You turn her towards you to a forward pivot, and then you use the embrace, both of you turn in a backward pivot, come out in a backward ocho, you turn her, and we come out. Yes? So this is the steps. Now we look. You want to do your part of the steps? Okay, good.
We have back step, cross with the left. We change the weight to the left. And then we
Forward
do a
pivot
forward pivot, backward pivot,
and backward
and
step.
backward step. Thank you, Joscha. I want to do it on my own now.
For the interpreters.
I'm grown up. I know what we're doing. So, back step, cross. Forward pivot here. This is a rebound. So, in a rebound, just for you to know, we have the spiral. So, we have from the cross, we have upper body, lower body, and when I arrive at this moment, the upper body already takes a turn to the other direction. So, it's back again, then the hips follow, and then we have a back step with the pivot, and we continue. Yes? Very good.
Shall we do it once again together? So, let's do this angle. 1, 1, forward pivot for her. Now, both backward pivot and backward step and out. There is one moment that I'd like to emphasize for you, and then we come to the explanations. And this moment is after the forward pivot. Now you have your hand here, right in the between of you. Yeah, let's have it like this, then you can see. Here it is, yes. So it's right between our centers. And now you give her an impulse in that direction, but you use this impulse to pivot backwards. So she has a much bigger pivot, but you arrive at the same time and then directly go into a step. Yeah? Try not to move the embrace, the hand too much. It's really together and then both doing a backward turn away from the hand.
Summary. Step
for
number
step
1.
number 1.
For the proposers.
Right. Proposers. What is important? Take your time to arrive in the cross. Feel clearly that you are on the right, because when you are on the right and sinking down, this already gives the idea for her for forward pivot. Because it's here, it's more this direction of the pivot. And then stay in the ground, don't push up, and turn your hips away from each other, away from the touching hand, and step out. Good. Interpreters.
Let's have a look, especially at the rebound. After the cross, we had the spiral, we have upper body, and in the rebound, I put my feet next to each other and I give also the free leg some weight. We try not to lift it up. This weird feeling for our partner, so make sure like inner thighs, knees and ankle are quite together, and we go. It's a bit heavy downstairs. Yes, so we have a very flexible movement upstairs, but connected. And from the hips down, we want to give this bit ground and a little bit of resistance. So do not activate too early. I think that's the most important.
If you think in flats, like houses to live, Sayaka is a maisonette. She has the upper floor and the lower floor, downstairs and upstairs. And this we should all be. So you have this ladder in between that you're using to change.
Philosophic now.
Yeah, I'm losing the topic.
Let's get back.
All right.
Next step.
We get to step number 2. Okay. And this goes step, step, forward, together. And now in this position, where she is arriving on her left foot backwards, I'm kind of slowing down the movement. So we are just between the feet and I'm slowing down, arriving, and now, I turn her, and turn her again to come out here. Yes? And then you can do a sandwich, maybe you know that, or whatever you want to put there. We come to the step 3 later. Okay, now I have the steps, so I will repeat it for you. We are in the cross, forward and backward. Step 1. After step 1 we come down, and now I give a rotation with my forward step with the left, I give her a rotation with my forward step with the right, and I give her a rotation and do a forward step with the left around her foot. I'm softly touching her foot.
Let's take from the other angle so people can see me too.
That will be
from there.
This angle?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Good. This was for the interpreters.
Okay.
Good.
So,
For
proposers. You arrive,
Oh yeah.
You arrive in this position after step number 1. Now it's important to give her from your upper body a pivot backwards. So it's pivot backwards, and while she pivots you do a step with your left. You're always in between the feet to be stable. And now you give her a forward pivot that is counterclockwise, and you step with your right. And now you give her again a clockwise pivot and step around with your left. Then you can come out and continue. For the interpreters.
So we are here, right down. After a second back step.
Yes.
There's signals from here. What we receive is pivot towards our right, and this pivot is kind of going into the ground. I feel in Josh that his intention is not up, but it's going down into the ground. It's a stop. That's why I'm very compact, like from the hips, from the feet, from the leg, from the down. It goes like whoa, compact down, and I feel he's giving me the same intention towards down, towards the other direction. So this is why I go to the other direction. Yes. Rebound stays the same as in the step before. So we have from here, down, down, and he leads me in a back step. So feel compact as before, and feel the direction of the intention of your partner. This is where the rebound is happening. Yes, the rebound is not the up motion, but it's like kind of diagonally down. Feel this into the ground. You're like spiraling into the ground.
And we always learn from our partners. So guys, I hope you listen carefully. Put the intention down into her foot. the end of the pivot always is down and with the power of the legs together. So we don't want it to leave in a step, we don't want to create a boleo, which can happen in these powerful movements, but it's always down. You're between the feet. Summary.
Step number 2.
Good.
Proposals.
Proposers. You are coming out of step number 1 and she is in a position like left leg backwards. She's on that. Now you want to turn her on that. Make sure that whenever you turn her, you're using your powerful center, and in the end of the pivot, you're with both feet on the ground. You're grabbing the ground. So like this, she feels the power down and staying down. And then you tuck, one. You come out, sorry, it's more of a release. Okay? For the proposers, not interpreters.
I might look like a proposer. No, I'm
Not true.
for the interpreter. Yes, power into the legs, feet together, everything kind of compact. That's the most important, and the spiral. So we have from this low part we have boom, spiral, and then it's this step out. So compactness, hips, knees, feet together. Don't lift up the hip of the free leg, and let the spiral happening. Not in the shoulders, but in the ribs.
Boom spiral, boom spiral. Yes? Remember boom spiral.
Good.
Alright.
Last
We get
step.
to step number 3. And that is the whole sequence. From here, we add a parabola. Yes?
Just to get out of it.
Okay, and how do we do that? So let's just watch the steps. We are here, transfer our weight to this foot, and now transferring it back, you're giving space for her to arrive to the front foot again. And while you do that, you can release your left hip down, take your foot in a nice circle and put it in front of her base. Yeah? So it's this motion that goes together. You're coming to your right, you're turning your left foot out, in and out, while she is turning. Then wait, because she will be using you to lift her leg, and then you enter into her forward step.
Good. Interpret this. From like this position, from the back.
Okay.
We're
Do it
here.
here?
Yeah. We're here. You feel the space, but don't move into the space from the... Sorry, can you give me space?
Right.
Feel space. Don't move in here from the upper body, but use the base leg to push the hips to the front leg. The hips has to travel from the back to the front. I bend the front knee. So I pivot. I want to stay connected here. My center, you see, wants to stay. My center wants to stay connected to my partner. I use him a little bit to get over. And I step over the legs, again from the base leg. Whichever step we do, we always want to travel through the floor, from the foot, you moving the hips. So that was hard to get over. Good.
Proposers, did you hear that? Use him to get over him. Yeah? So, you need to be stable enough that she can use you. So especially your right side comes closer to her, and she will be using this part of your body
In a gentle
to
way.
turn, and then also she will use your embrace slightly to tell you that she is lifting her base leg. Yeah? There's a communication. Shouldn't be strong, but it's nice. Be prepared and strong in your base.
You want to do a summary?
Yes, please. Summary, step number 3.
For the
Proposers. When you enter the last position, here. Now, make sure that the whole movement that is happening now is together. So when I move away, I give her space, then my foot comes around and stops here. The rest of the movement will be more initiated in her timing when she steps over. And then when she is over and down again, you enter again. So, together, interpreter, up, down, together. Yeah, there's a moment to wait for your partner.
Interpreters, move your center from the feet, standing leg to new standing leg. Pivot, we climb over our partner, therefore shoulders down, hands connected, over the leg, go through the standing leg into the new step. Good.
Alright.
So I'm going to show you entirely with a beat. And then with
With a
music.
beat.
With beats.
What do you mean? Alright. Step, beat, beat, and beat, 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 and beat, beat. Take your time, whatever the music tells you, and beat. You come out on a beat again.
Good.
Good.
With music.
We put music, maybe the music tells us to do differently, let's see. Alright, we gave you different versions because, I don't know.
You can kiss each other in the end.
Yes. If you have music, if you have tango, if you enjoy it.
Get carried away.
Yeah, ask your partner for permission, okay? It's all consent. Okay.
Alright guys, thanks
we hope
for
you
watching.
enjoyed it. Yes. Don't forget to subscribe and tick the little bell to get notified with the new videos coming up in the future.
We have videos every week for you, so stay tuned. We are happy to see you again.
Yes. Bye.